Also, or they believe in the whole Bible, or they don't believe at all. You cannot believe in only half of the Bible.
That's right.
And the whole lot is quite terrible. It's not a book that you want to... I don't even know how they can give it to the children. It's not a book that you want to read, really.
Well, that's the other discussion, is that, people say that there is no other way, that people should pick and choose their beliefs from the books. But if you actually do that, then you're like saying that you have the power to tell God that parts of his work are acceptable and parts of it is not. So I don't think we can have the right to say we can pick and choose. Because if you believe that there is a God, and if you believe that God has actually authored the Bible himself or through the use of scribes, then there's no other conclusion but to actually follow those prescriptions that they have in the Bible, like stoning people to death when they work on a Sabbath day, or when they commit adultery, or when your children talks back at you.
It's just amazing. It's really amazing that somebody can even think. Also, I want to think that if there is a God, which I don't want, I want to think he's a she.
She?
Well, why should be he?
Why should it?
I mean,
exactly.
What makes you think that, anybody to think that it's a he? Should be a she.
Well, that the Christian Bible definitely makes it clear that the God is male.
That's right. You can't win on that one. You
can't. There's no way you can argue that it might be female.
Well,
so you'll have to find another religion.
Yeah, or another God, or create one. Actually, sometimes it's such a good enterprise, it's such a good commerce, it's such a good business that why we didn't think of creating God. It would be very good for business.
Well, that's another idea, is that religions are actually organizations, much like any human organization out there, but unlike other organizations who are in the business of making profits. They're actually in the business of converting minds.
Well, to me, they're selling a product that no one's ever going to complain about, eternal life.
Eternal life.
No one's going to come back and complain if that it doesn't exist.
I like it too that you concentrate in the issue of God, because I found that many people divided, and it says, oh, I don't believe in religion, or religion now is, religion is not good. But God is God. Oh, yes, I believe that there is a God.
Yes.
Somehow they learn to divide religion from God. And still they hold or hang on to the idea that there is a supernatural, supreme being somewhere. They like the idea.
Well, that's the other discussion point, is we can't actually separate the concept of God away from the religions that create them. Because gods, as I argue in the book, is that gods are products of the religions that created them. So, for example, the Muslim God did not actually rest on the seventh day, whereas the Christian God did.
I thought they were the same God.
Well, that's the thing. So, whereas we have a general consensus where they are the same God, but yet the definitions or the characteristics of this God is actually different. So it's unfathomable to actually separate the gods from the religions, because it's the religions that give them the characteristics that they have.
Yep. Well, this is turning out to be an important issue in Malaysia at the moment because Christian churches are being firebombed over there.
Right.
Because they're using, instead of using the word God, they're using Allah, the word Allah,
yes.
to talk about the Christian God. And this has been happening elsewhere, so it's not a new thing. However, for some reason,
what do you mean Allah to the Christian God?
Well,
they're calling.
They're using the same name for their God as the Muslims use. I assume it's in Malaysian or.
So the real God is Allah.
No, they're calling their Christian God by the same name that the Muslims call their God.
Yeah, so they're calling their gods Allah in church, and the Muslims don't like it.
Oh.
Or at least in Malaysia they don't. I understand. I understand it. The Muslims. I understand the Muslims, aren't complaining anywhere else, but just in Malaysia.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, you can't even call they're supposed to be the same God, and you can't use the same name for them.